What's happening, YouTube? Welcome, extreme boating crew. Today we're going to be doing some quick fist installations on the rig. So I need some places to be able to store things like my net. I went ahead and did a relocation of the oar itself due to obviously the livewell retrofit. So we're going to go ahead and be installing some of these into the console of the boat. So I like these a lot. These are literally what they call quick fists. They're super prevalent in the off-road world. A lot of people like to use them. They are just really convenient. They have a huge adjustability range. If I remember right, it's like half an inch. You know, you could store something with a diameter of half an inch, all the way up to like 2 1/4, something like that, inches, like all the way up here. So you have a very wide flexibility worth of range. So I'm going to be mounting the net right over towards where the old livewell was. This is on the Bass Tracker Classic XL, obviously, for those of you who don't know, who aren't familiar with the channel. Very convenient. I just want to have a little quicker access to the net itself. The net that I got actually came with the boat already. This is a collapsible net made by Bass Pro. And like I said, it already came with the rig, so why not use it, right? The actual netting mesh material is rubberized from what I could tell, so hooks won't be a problem getting caught onto it. It's very convenient and kind of out of the way, you know? So once it's mounted on the console itself, it's going to be sitting something like this, or for ease of grabbability, where the actual handle is, I think I'm actually going to run it this way, and then the quick fist will just place right over it, like so. I have the garage open, so I'm sorry if you hear other sounds. It's blazing hot today, but yeah, this is difficult to do because they're not mounted, but once they're mounted, it's going to be like so. So once you want to grab it, boom, and then you'll open it up on the other one as well. Remove it, open it, you're good. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to do this. Before I do that, however, I'm going to give you guys a quick little bonus here. I'll show you guys how I went ahead and relocated the oar itself. Here's your quick fist, right? Just mounted it up on the reinforcement rib of the lid. Easy peasy, right? Remove, and you're good to go, right? So here's the bolt itself. It's one of those, oh, what did I use here? I think I just used a 3/4 inch bolt, if I remember right. Or not a bolt, a screw. Kind of a self-tapping variety. The quick fist itself comes with a small washer of sorts, we'll call it. And since this is threading into aluminum, it's really not a big deal, right? So the oar itself used to be in this hatch, but now we run it back here. If I ever have to use it, no problem. Obviously this is a one-hander job right now, so it looks a little funky, but once it's done, mount it and go, just like that. And it's nice because the oar itself will never fall. nor is there any risk of it falling onto the batteries, onto the gas tank, be flopping around in there as I'm riding. And it's very, very secure, as you see. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves here, you're gonna need a couple things first. You're probably gonna wanna mock up the best location of where this is gonna sit. I'm gonna want this about here. And this is about, say about 12 inches, so about a foot apart from each other. And that'll give the maximum amount of stability as I run the rig. So the whole idea is to keep all this from flopping, right? If you got it too close to each other, it's gonna be moving around like crazy. So you gotta spread the load equally. I went ahead, pre-marked the area already using just a simple Sharpie. I cannot get deep enough into here to make my mark. So I went ahead and just made the mark on the inside corners here. Right, so there. We're going to want it about here and here, like so. Right, so once I am ready here, I'm just going to go ahead and just drill straight in. I could actually do that right now. This drill bit is if I remember right, it's a 5/32, right? So, okay, we can get started in Swiss cheesing the boat. Point of no return, right? So, well, here we go, I guess. Of course, it's gonna fight me. Oh yeah. All right, time to make some Swiss cheese, boys. Okay, that's my first hole. I didn't go all the way through. I'm just kind of making a pilot here. FYI. Okay. Now that we're good to go, we'll go ahead and drill all the way through. Hold your breath, guys. Clean up those holes a little bit, and then we'll make sure that our recessed screws or bolts, these are recessed, these aren't panhead. Do not use panhead on this setup due to the fact that it will not sit flush in this countersink that's in the washers. Don't know if you could see that. Anyways, looks like I am a touch small. Yep. And if that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and step up to the next size. Looks like that won't work. So, since the 5/32 did not work, we'll just step it up to the next size. This is a 3/16 bit. Looks better already. Okay, let's try and and fit our bolt through there. And it's starting to go in with a touch of coercion to it. Probably just enlarge it a hair. Cool, looks like we're in. A little too comfortably in. I'll be right back once I get this all set up. Okay, so our holes are made. They've been widened just a touch. And we'll go ahead and run our washers and bolts. Good here. And good here. Okay. Clean that up just for the sake of it looking pretty. And it's looking pretty good. This will be good once it's all set. Now we're going to go ahead and work on the inside of the console. Okay, so for sake of expediency, I went ahead and removed this cover. It is the cover that pretty much covers access to the live well. There is 4 bolts that you need to remove, 4 screws, whatever. There's one here, there's one here, one here, and one right here where my thumb is. Let you go ahead and see that. But anyways, let's get started. So here's the opening to the old live well. And I no longer have stuff interfering, so this will make it that much easier. Okay, and here are the new bolts. Go ahead and set that up. One, and where's the other one at? I think that's the other one. Yep, nope. And there's the other one. Okay, so now that we are in, we'll go ahead and tighten things up and then we'll run it. As a quick footnote, this is always easier with 2 people. So one can turn that side and one can hold the other side as you turn. I'm by myself, so whatever, let's get it. So we're gonna do this all by feel, which really sucks. All right, we got it. Anyways, we'll fast forward to when we're done.
All right, let's take a look at the finished product here. Boy, did this cost me. So, there's the first one, nice and tight. And there is the second one, nice and tight. And now that we're done, we could go ahead and place the carpeted panel back on here. Okay, so as I showed you before, here's your carpeted panel placed back in place. One screw, that's 2, 3, and 4. Remove those 4, your carpeted panel comes out, you have more access to the console.
Okay, so here we are. Works, it's good. When not in use, just hit it with something like this real quick, close it right up. And when you do want to use it, to hold something like a net or something like that, just slide in, and lock. There you have it. Recommended tools: a ratchet with a deep 10 mil or a 10 millimeter combo with a quick ratchet function to it. Phillips head screwdriver, standard size. Sharpie, any color matters, it doesn't matter. Some sort of measuring tape, either a corded or a cordless drill. A 5/32 bit to make your pilot hole, or whatever kind of hole. And finally, a 3/16 bit. Only other thing I'd probably recommend is some sort of flashlight when you're working on it on the inside. So that's gonna do it, boys. So there you have it. When you want access to it, unlock, pull out, Netman. When you're done, put it back into place, as so. Lock and go. Really not much to it. The only thing I'd probably say is, yeah, this does get in the way of the hatch just a touch, but in reality, I think it's actually the net here that's kind of blocking access. But details, right? Details, really no big deal. Anyways, guys, there you have it. Enjoy your install if you do something like this, but my bass tracker has officially been quick-fisted. No pun intended. See you later, guys. Take care. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.